Great moments from this past year, we can't possibly show them all to you right now. So instead, let's just watch Kurt Loder take a nap. Tune in to MTV's Best of the Year Week all next week.
I could really care less if you want to waste your time and speak for hours on what records Puffy's sampling, because Puffy really doesn't care what you think.
What are your thoughts on his music this year?
His music or
His music?
Sting's music?
First of all, you think like, oh, genius, it was a hit before, what do you think's going to happen now? You know, especially if you integrate it with hip-hop, like, you know, the world's most pop, you know, it's like, what's that going to do? People will like what they think sounds familiar to them, you know. Oh, I like this, oh, yeah, I remember how that goes, yeah. Oh, these new, whatever he's singing, it sounds good.
I did like rap music before I got into like Kiss and heavy metal, and I remember buying the Sugar Hill Gang and some of that stuff, and it seemed much more ambitious and much more inventive than what rap music has evolved into now.
I love like buying old pieces of music that I admire and putting them together with new styles and new flavors.
Hey, you know, we can all take somebody else's tune and slam our stuff over the top. And I personally don't get a sense of pride and satisfaction out of that.
I think, you know, people need to get over it. I don't care. I'll sample till the day I die.
Call it what you will, interpolation, replaying, or maybe just plain stealing, the digital technique of sampling was a major factor in many of the hit tunes of 1997.
Now, who's hot, who not? Tell me who rock, who sell out in the stores?
Of course, rappers have been cleverly lifting discrete sounds off old records since way back in the day. But not until this year did we see the wholesale importation of recognizable hits.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my voice
That I'm a ladies' man, a businessman.
The sampling is our generation. That's what we do.
Right.
When I sample the Bee Gees, for example, my little sister is 9 years old. She don't have a clue who the Bee Gees is. So she just wants to sing along with a White Clef song.
Right.
But when I put on the original CD, she go, Clef, look, they took your song. I said, girl, nah, that's the Bee Gees.
No one sampled more industriously this year than Puffy Combs, the producer and performer who sometimes layered 2 or more different samples into one track.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep going under.
I get the feeling sometimes to make me wonder why you want to take us under. Why you want to take us under. Can't nobody take my pride. Can't nobody hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving.
There are, of course, those who don't look upon this sort of thing as an art at all.
So what do you make of the thing like where these guys, where Puffy Combs will take the Police track, the whole track?
What a bereft of imagination. What a piece of crap. You know, come up with something your own, you know what I mean?
bad, bad, bad boy. You make me feel so good. Bad, 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 bad
Come on.
boy. I wouldn't change you if I could. I wouldn't change you if I could. I wouldn't change you if I could.
I feel like it takes away from the creative side of this, because that's the best part of doing hip-hop.
The critics is saying like I'm whack, like I don't know how to make a record because I use samples, or like I just take an old beat and I just do something on it and it's just because of the old. Nah, it ain't that easy, buddy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that easy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm doing, you know, I know what I'm doing.
Take hits from the 80s, but do it sound so crazy?
Crazy indeed. Each of the 5 #1 singles Puffy produced this year contained at least one sample.
I think it's what you add to that sample and the way you loop it and the way the way you change it, what you put on top of it, what's sung on top of it, and all that contributes to how successful the record's going to be.
I like sampling. I
I mean, I think both Trent and myself and a number of others in the kind of area we're working, we presume that's what the late 20th century, in fact, is all about, is juxtapositions of different information. As long as I get paid, I never worry.
And in 1997, sampled acts were getting paid for their old riffs, a major change from rap's wild early days. As for the future of wholesale hit sampling, well, ultimately consumers will decide just how many times they want to hear that same old song.
The hip-hop crowd ain't stupid. Bro, they see it for what it is. It's like they remade this or they remade that. And then when they start seeing the pattern and everybody start falling into place after it, it's a straight-up fad.
That's the basis of hip-hop, sampling different drum sounds. That's what makes hip-hop sound like hip-hop. But as far as like sampling the hit records, I think that's a fad. I think I may be a little bit responsible for creating it. Maybe create a little monster with it, but you know, that's the way things go.